What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys have a great Sunday, great rest of your weekend coming up. In today's video, we got a little bit of a Plarium announcement here in regards to an event that's happening on Tuesday. So a little bit of a heads up. I think a lot of you guys will be quite interested in hearing this. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to put it up on screen right now, and there it is. So starting on Tuesday, June 2nd, we're planning to launch 2 events simultaneously in celebration of Plarium's anniversary. First, we're planning to launch a 2x event to summon epic, legendary, and mythical champions from Primal shards. This event will last 48 hours. Now, this is what we would consider a true 2x event for Primal shards, where you get the boosted legendary rate and mythical rate on these bad boys right here. So occasionally Plarium would slip in some of these 2x Primal shard boosted events, but not give you guys the boosted rates on the mythical shards. So you have to pay attention to that. In this case, it's going to be a true 2x event. So you do get the boost for legendary and the mythical rates. So if you take a look at the rates here, it's going to be a 1% chance at pulling a mythical champion, and then a 2% chance at pulling a legendary champion. And then if you're interested in the epics, it's going to be a 32% chance at pulling a epic. Basically, it just reduces the amount of stupid rares in these stupid shards, which are ridiculously difficult to get, these primal shards. If you guys are interested in checking out the math for these primal shards, you guys can check out this video right here. It really breaks down exactly what you guys can get in a year from a theoretical maximum, or even just a 50% active player. Too long, don't watch. Basically, we're expected to get at least 1 mythical champion per year if you're roughly a 50% active player, acquiring 50% of the primal shards and 50% of the remnant shards per year. So that's kind of what you're expecting, about 1 mythical champion per year if you're like somewhat active. The theoretical maximum is about 3. So if you're able to farm literally everything in the game, literally every primal shard in the game, your average should be about 3 per year, which is kind of crazy. But these shards are extremely difficult to get. And this event on Tuesday gives us the best rate at pulling something useful from it. So for sure, very interesting for a lot of players. Now, the second event that's happening at the same time is that they're actually launching a 5x event for speed gear from the Dragon's Den. So it's actually, I don't think this has ever happened before. Currently, the highest is, I believe, 3x. Now it's going to be a 5x. So how it works is that they basically put 5 copies, like 5 speed rolls or whatever, in the total gear rolls that you can get from a single run. So, for example, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 sets here. 9 sets here, right? So in total, they're going to add, they're going to have a total of 5 speed rolls in this gear pool. So, usually we have 9. So if we add 4 more, that's going to be 13. So of the 13 possible outcomes, 5 of them will be speed. So it's a pretty good percentage chance that you're actually going to get a speed piece from, 1 run. It's like 5 out of 13, right? So almost 40%. Almost 40% of your runs, you're probably going to get a piece of speed gear. Again, I don't think we've ever had an event like this where it went 5x. Currently, the most usual one is 3x. Now, what's interesting is that if you guys were watching yesterday, we did get a news announcement that there is going to be a Deck of Fate starting next week on Monday. So during this 5x speed event, the Deck of Fate will be active, and we can acquire points by acquiring gear. So if you're really interested in this 5x speed from Dragon, if you're farming Dragon, you're going to get credit towards that Deck of Fate. It's not a crazy Deck of Fate. You get reaction banners from it. Not saying reaction set is bad or anything like that, but I'm just saying probably most people won't get the maximum value from having reaction pieces, I think. But hey, you still get some extra side goodies that way. And on top of all of this, there's going to be a personal reward CBC happening at the start of this event. So Primal Shards 2x and 5x speed starting during personal reward CBC. If you guys are interested in maximizing your personal reward CBC points, make sure you guys check out this video here. It's a lot of my popular tips on how I achieve very high points without actually spending significant amount of resources. Make sure you guys check that out. But Dragon 5x speed bonus during personal reward CBC, definitely going to be probably putting a bunch of energy in. The other issue is for CBC, the Dragon Tournament gives you less points than, for example, doing something like Spider or Fire Knight. But for whatever reason, Dragon gives you less CBC points. So that might be something that, you might have to consider as well. But it seems during this, CBC, there's going to be plenty of things to do. You got a deck of fate, you got training that can go give you credit towards that deck of fate. You got dungeon diving, and then we have this 5x dragon speed bonus. So that's going to be a significant amount of energy that you can spend and then get credit for, obviously. And then on top of all that, we have this primal shard boost, 2x primals. I don't know. It's probably one of the most exciting events that we can have in this game, mainly because these don't happen very often. So if you guys take a quick look here at the past primal events that we've had, usually what I do is I just look at my videos from my library. But basically, the last 2x primal shard where I pulled, and I only pulled during basically these true events. We had one at the end of March. We had a primal event, and then we had another primal event end of January. So that's a 2 month gap. And then previous to that, we had primal shards for Black Friday, so the end of November. So again, approximately a 2 month gap. And then before that, we had a fake 2x primal event. So basically, this one is a non 2x booster primal rates. And then before Black Friday, there was literally nothing since June. So usually it looks like the rotation for these primal events, at least in the last, I don't know, 6 months, has been every 2 months we get a primal event. Okay. But last year, the last primal event before Black Friday was actually the start of June, which is roughly right now. So there is a possibility where you want to skip this 2x primal event and maybe look for another event to pull your primal shards. But last year, we didn't get another proper 2x primal event until Black Friday. So 5 months later, roughly, right? Which is pretty crazy and pretty inconsistent. So we're really not sure, in terms of when the next primal event will happen, because it kind of sucks to not get credit, right? It kind of sucks to not get credit for pulling shards. So I can see people wanting to maybe hold back their primal shards, maybe save them for some kind of event. Maybe if you're, low on resources, you can use them during like fusions, you can use them during Heroes Path, Summoning Rush, etc., etc. So I can totally understand pulling primal shards and not getting credit towards any event other than CVC might deter some people from pulling. But I just wanted to show you guys that last year we had the 2x primal at about this time. And then the next one we didn't have until Black Friday, which was end of November. So it would be a significant wait if you guys wanted to hold, perhaps, right? We don't know that. What's going to happen this year, but if it follows similar to last year, that's what's going to happen. Just looking at the Plarium play calendar, yeah, like I said, there's going to be a ton of events starting on Monday. Nothing is in the calendar right now because we get a little bit of a head start in terms of the news release. We have the Ice Golem tournament turn attack that's going to happen after the Sand Devil, and then we have the Dragon starting immediately after the Ice Golem. I would assume that the Dragon tournament is probably going to be a turn attack style tournament, which means it's going to be much more difficult to like double dip to throw food and stuff like that and run those food runs through Dragon so you guys can get additional credit for your deck of fate, for example. But we're going to have these big events, and then they're going to run through the first half of the week, and then pretty much at the end of CVC we're going to have a start of the brand new fusion. Keep an eye out for the playtest for those fusions coming up. I'm working on it this weekend, but things are definitely heating up, and I think Plarium's definitely trying to do their best to loosen up our resources without giving us too much, if you know what I mean, right? Like they're giving us a deck of fate. It's training and dungeon diving, so it's energy spend, but they're not really giving us super crazy value from that deck of fate. And now they're giving us a 2x primal shard event, but they're not going to give us a pull event to go along with that 2x primal shard, just to loosen up our resources a little bit before the start of the Web of Corruption campaign and the start of the fusion that's happening about the same time. Now, personally speaking, I'm probably going to be pulling my 2x primal shards, and I'm probably not going to go too hard on this deck of fate, but I'll spend whatever energy I have in the dragon tournament to get some extra speed gear. Maybe I'll get an upgrade, but I'm not going to spend obscene amounts of energy farming speed gear. Also, for me personally, my main account is probably pretty close to Mercy. I think I'm at 180 without a mythical. So my first mythical champion, it took me 204 mythical shards or primal shards to get it. So yeah, my second mythical champion from primal shards will probably hit Mercy. And I have enough shards to hit Mercy. So it is a bit of an exciting time, which means I will be getting a mythical champion hopefully before I hit Mercy, but so I can save a couple primal shards towards the next Mercy. But it is what it is, right? Like, so even when I always pull on 2x events, there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything, and sometimes you still hit Mercy. But for me, I hit Mercy the first time, I'm probably going to hit Mercy this time. Really, really unfortunate stuff, but it is what it is. But it is exciting to be hoping for another mythical coming on Tuesday. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully it was informative for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are planning to do. Like I said, I could totally understand saving some of these primal shards and saving them for events that can give you credit for the pulls, especially if you are low on resources and you need, these shards to complete events. But also keep in mind that, the next 2x event might not happen for a while. So if you're okay with saving, then by all means. Anyways, let me know what you guys are planning to do. Thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate you all. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. You guys also might enjoy this video up here. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.